Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Thursday, the 16th of January, 2025. I'm standing in for Barry this morning to do the briefing, and Mike Botch will be looking after the rest of the day. We're starting off here with the synoptic. This is uh, midnight last night, and we've got high pressure right across Europe there. Um, and of course, that includes southern England as well. There's a cold front across France, which, if we run that through to lunchtime today, is moved into the English Channel. It's a bit of a weak affair. We've got a gentle sort of southerly flow that's coming with it. And of course, there's a fair bit of low cloud out there at the moment. We'll just run that through midnight tonight and into tomorrow, and you can see that cold front moves north and breaks up a bit. But the high pressure is still going to be around tomorrow. Satellite picture is daylight arrives. You can see all this low cloud right across southern Europe. There are a few breaks in it, but unfortunately, none of them near to us at the moment. And looking at the rain radar, there's very little rain associated with the weather. It's across the UK at the moment. And if we run the forecast rain through from now, uh, again, very little rain associated with our weather today across the whole of southern England, taking that right through to tea time and hours of darkness. Um, Moving on to Odium's TAF, quite an extensive TAF, but we'll go through it. They're forecasting the wind is 1805 knots, 6 kilometers visibility in mist, with few clouds at 500 feet, overcast at 700 feet, and a 30% chance that between now and 10 o'clock, visibility about 500 meters in fog, broken at 100 feet, and then becoming between 10 and 1, greater than 10k visibility with no significant weather. Temporarily between 10 and 1, scattered clouds at 400 feet, overcast at 700 feet. And the afternoon between 1 and 6, scattered at 500 feet, overcast at 800 feet, with a 40% chance that in that same period visibility about 7 kilometers of mist, and temporarily down to about 4 kilometers in light drizzle with clouds scattered at 400 feet. So not too optimistic there, is it? Farnborough's TAF is not quite so extensive. They're forecasting 1704 knots, greater than 10k viz, broken at 700 feet, and then becoming between now and 11 o'clock, broken at 1200 feet, with a 30% chance between now and 10 o'clock, visibility down to 6 kilometers, with clouds broken at 400 feet. Spot winds then to the north of us, 200 degrees, 15 knots at 1,000 feet, and to the south, 140, 10 knots at 1,000 feet. Windy are showing a pretty much southerly flow with a tiny little bit of east in it at about 5 knots at this moment in time, and that's not going to change much throughout the day. The forecast wind from the Met Office for this local area is again 4 to 5 knots southerly throughout the day. They're showing mist all day long, with very little chance of rain, and the temperature getting up to a maximum of about 7 centigrade. GFS are forecasting about 8 to 9 centigrade, with the dew point down at about 8. And if we have a quick look at the local forecast, we have currently 4 centigrade with a dew point of about 2.5. The view from the camera to the south, looking towards the north of the airfield, shows that low clouds and a sort of bit of a hazy, misty view to it. I'm just going to run that. This was about 8:15 this morning. I'm just going to refresh that. That's what it looks like now. There's 1 or 2 breaks in the cloud there, but it is still low level stuff. Sky sites are showing the low clouds up until about lunchtime. Maximum it's going to get to is about 1,200 feet there, and they're showing us quite a thick layer of low cloud and top meteo. Again, if we run that through from 9 o'clock, hour by hour, you can see that down in the sort of Lasham area, when it's below 500 feet up until maybe about 1, 2 in the afternoon, and then gradually rising up towards the hours of darkness. Might get up to about 1,500 feet, 2,000 feet if we're really lucky. NOTAMs then, To the south, 12 is Goodwood, hours of operation, 0900 to 1600 today. As we come north, 17 is Oakhanger. There's a rat at Oakhanger. It's aimed at unmanned aerial systems. 19 is Winchester, live firing there. There's an increase in the danger height there to 1100 feet AMSL. 20 is not applicable. It's after hours today for flares. We'll be gliders well tucked up in the hangar by then. 22 is Ash Ranges, Delta 132 is active. 23 is Milk Hill, there's paragliders over there. And 24 and 25 is Burfield and Welford. Again, they're both RATs, but they're applicable to UASs only. So let's move on to the airfield briefing, and we'll start with the usual Odium cross section. And this doesn't look too good at all, really. They've got low-level cloud and fog early on, and it's not rising much above about maybe 300-400 feet throughout the day, and the main layer up at about 700 feet there. So yeah, pretty much overcast all day and probably not going to be flyable. But I'll leave that decision to Mike. He'll be in the clubhouse later on and he'll let you know exactly what he's going to be doing. Booking wise, there's a couple of K21s booked for instructional flyings, one on the casual list, and there's a K13 booked by a club member. There is availability in all single seaters, and there's a couple of people on the casual list and one instructor available. The simulator is also available, and make use of that as much as you can today. Church notices, just SPL deadline. I'm sure you're all aware of the dates by now. If you need your paperwork signing, please bring it to me and I'll get that done for you. There's no movements as yet, but I'm expecting that 2XL will be in touch with a movement which is scheduled for today, but it's not been confirmed yet. So the general situation is there's a high pressure over Europe. It's holding off the Atlantic lows that are to the out to the west and to the north. There's a light southerly wind and a weak cold front approaching from the south as well. Mike's suggested that if you do go out today, it'll be on runway 27 on hard launching with cables on the boom to the south. And landing on the grass for 27. The going is soft to firm. Please avoid using a wheel brake unless it's absolutely necessary, and just stay clear of the southern end of the airfield down by the threshold of 05 and 34. The ground's still a bit wet down there. And also, please do not land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown in red on the next slide. And of course, please clean the gliders at cease of play. So here's how Mike wants the airfield set up today. Launch point just to the north of the centre line, aero towing off the heart to the north of that, winch launching off the heart to the south. That's it from me today. Have a great day. If you do go flying, enjoy yourselves and please keep it safe. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.